to build up the X. You can see. I want to give a big shout out to my friend JP for actually inspiring a ritual beast deck. Also, anyone and everyone that got me the Layer of Darkness structure deck, mainly because it kind of helps out with this deck. I have actually found a rogue version of this deck that was, oh my god, like I was just testing around with it because I don't have much for the ritual beasts, and I actually found it pretty good. Though this deck does not have any more than 2 extra deck monsters, sadly, and majority of the ritual beast monsters are missing. So, and spell cards and trap cards. So, without further, let's get into this. I'm actually testing the deck out for. So some of the cards effects I do not know because I haven't really so I won't be able to test that out. I won't be able to do it tomorrow, but I'm actually hoping and giving you guys like a recap on the duel, mainly because I thought it would be fun. So let's get into this list, shall we? We are running 3 Ritual Beast Canahawk. Now, it's you can beast face up during your second standby phase. After this effect, add the banished by this add the card banished by this effect to your hand. You can only special summon this. You can only special summon Ritual Beast Hawks per turn. I don't know why it said special summon. But it's still kind of good in my opinion. Trying to test version. The next three of is Spiritual Beast Apelio. Spiritual Beast Apelio's effect is once per turn during either player's turn, you can add. So that's the reason being behind that. Okay, so next, really good. Okay, so next we run the next one that we run two of is Spiritual Beast. Okay, so that is actually pretty good. For rank 4 material. The only pendulum monsters I do have in the deck at the moment, we have Ritual Beast and Zephyr monster cannot be negated. Who's gonna negate that? When this card is normal or pendulum summoned, you can target one Ritual Beast or one Zephyr monster in your graveyard, except Ritual Beast Tamer Zephyrum Pelica. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. That's not my fault. Special summon it but destroy it during the end phase. You can only ritual summon one Ritual Beast Zephyr, whatever her name is, once per turn. You can only special summon one of her per turn, or you can only special summon her once per turn. So I guess each and every limits. And of course, the last. Oh, whoops. Never mind. We do run some one ofs at the moment. We are running Spiritual Beast Petalifin. It's the dolphin one. Once per turn, you can banish one Ritual Beast card from your hand, then target one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. You can only special summon Ritual Beast Petal Pitlifins per turn. So I'm trying to get to it's the effect because it is that essential what's it called? It is that essential compulsory evacuation device without having to use compulsory. So that helps out tremendously. And of course, the last monster for the Ritual Beast lineup. Hold on, let me fix this. Why is that so annoying? Okay, my bad, guys. Sorry about that. So the last one we do run is Ritual Beast Tamer Lara. Sorry, another deck I'm trying to make is Zephyr's, and that's not going very good at the moment. Okay, so when this card is normal summon, you can target one Ritual Beast monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. You can only special summon Ritual Beast Tamer Lara's once per turn. So special summon her once per turn. Of course, I'm thinking about bumping her up to 3 and throwing a 1 for 1 into the deck. Though I'm not too sure if I should. I'm testing out the deck at the moment. So that is it for the Ritual Beast lineup. Getting into the Layer of Darkness lineup. Um, I'm seriously considering starting off. We are running the main two Darkest Diabolos because he is kaiju proof, and of course, every time a monster would be tributed on my side of the field that I control, effect just special from the hand or graveyard. So that helps out tremendously. And of course, it is a 3000 beat stick. Of course, I'm thinking about running a a Hope Harbinger and other level 8 monsters. I mean rank 8 monsters mainly because I do run 3 level 8s and I want to see how it would run in the deck in the extra deck. So that's coming down soon. I will be throwing out an update to this deck or other versions of the deck that I tried out. Okay, so next we do have two of Remember the Wicked Warden. I'm currently trying to get the third one as I'm trying to get the third one of Lilith. But this one's essentially a terraforming just discard add Layer of Darkness, which comes in handy tremendously. Um, and of course, none of the extra deck monsters need a wind type monster, so using this engine so far is actually essentially very good. Of course, you contribute one dark monster, draw one card, or if you tributed a dark monster other than this card. So essentially, by this one's effect, you just tribute Diabolos or the other one. I do believe what's the other one's attack? Not where are you? Oh wait, nope, can't add him. Or we could add Duke Shade, the Sinister Shadow Lord, or whatever his name was. I literally just glanced at his card real fast and then like turned around. Okay, moving on. We do have two. DD Lois. Sorry, I'm like stuck on the DDDs at the moment. We are running two Lilith, Lady of Lament. Essentially, when this card is normal summoned, its original attack becomes 1000 quick effect. You contribute one dark monster, reveal 3 trap cards from your deck. Your opponent randomly chooses one for you to set to your field. And you can only use this effect of Lilith, Lady of Lament once per turn, so extremely good. Um, will make good handy link material, just like all the others. I am currently thinking about adding link monsters into this deck because mainly I don't know what to add. I do have the Decode Talker, as shown here. Um, I do have a Proxy Dragon, so mainly probably I'll just like throw those two in, and a Link Spider, just for the hell of it, because Link Spider, and with this deck I can actually bring out. I could just bring out um, tokens like nothing with the field spell. Then next one we run one Chaos Mega Monarch, mainly because you can tribute summon this card by tributing one tribute summon a monster. If this card is tribute summoned, you can target one card on the field, banish that target, and if you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. Then, if it was a dark monster, banish all cards that with that name from the hand, main deck, extra deck, and grave controlled it. Oh shit, my ear. Sorry for the language. Okay, okay. If this card was tribute summoned by tributing a dark monster, add this additional effect. You could target two cards. It's maybe your 2000, which is the standard amount that you would take when using Solemn Warning. And of course, you get to banish monsters from hand, field, deck, grave. That's like essentially good. Okay, so next we run one Duke Shade, the Sinister Shadow Lord. He is searchable by Arima's effect because the 2000 defense. Um, you contribute any number of dark monsters, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, it gains 500 attack for each monster you attributed. If this card is normal summoned or special summoned, you can target one level 5 or higher dark monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use each effect of Duke Shade, the Sinister Shadow Lord, once per turn. You can only you cannot special summon monsters for the rest the turn you activated this card except dark monsters. So, eh, it's an iffy because mainly because you can't special summon, but hey, it's still good if you want to use its effect. Other than that, eh. Okay, so the last one that we do run for the lineup of the Lair of Darkness run is, of course, Tour Guide from the Underworld. Now, the reason why we're running it is mainly because when this card is normal summon, you can special summon one level 3 Fiend type monster from your hand or deck, but its effects are negated. Also, cannot be used as synchro material. Good for making link materials, especially when trying to bring out Master King Archfiend because a just normal effects special link it helps out so much. Going into the Ritual Beast spell lineup, um, I am running one Ritual Beast Bond. Banish two Ritual Beast monsters you control. Special summon one Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So helps out tremendously when trying to get out monsters that I don't have the material for. And essentially, I can just banish the monsters and two monsters on the field instead of instead if I don't have a spiritual beast. So that helps out tremendously. Then we do have three Ritual Beast Return. So Ritual Beast Return is you can target one Ritual Beast monster from your hand, then target one Ritual Beast monster that is banished or is in your graveyard. Special summon it. I'll banish one Ritual Beast monster from your hand. Sorry. So essentially, you just banish effects, special summon the same banished monster back from the. Oh no, special summon one from your graveyard. My bad. So just banish special effect, and there's so many combos that you can pull off with that's just pretty much crazy and kind of broken. I do run a staple for the Ritual Beast lineup, which is a Gold Sarcophagus, mainly because banish one card from your deck face up during your second standby phase after this card's activation. Add that card to your hand. So it's good for adding things to your hand when you need it. Um, at the moment, I am only running two spells for the Layer of Darkness lineup, which is, of course, the field spell Layer of Darkness. All face-up monsters on the field become dark monsters once per turn. If you would tribute a monster you control, activate a card effect, you contribute one dark monster your opponent controls instead, even though you do not control it. So that helps out tremendously when going up against Buster Bladers. I cannot stress this enough because you have that fusion monster on the field. You have a monster. He's change all your monsters to face up defense position by changing them to dragons, then changing them face up defense and having their effects negated. Just essentially have that one on your field, activate one of the virus cards, then tribute one of your opponent's tribute his monster and essentially just negate. Like you just like banish everything or destroy everything. So it's pretty good. During the end phase, special summon as many torment tokens, dark, fiend, dark, level 3, 1000 attack and 1000 defense as possible to the turn player's field in defense up to the numbers that this turn. So tribute during your opponent's turn, and then end phase your turn. Special summon a torment monster. I do believe is that's how it works. So that's actually pretty good. Running on into the Ritual Beast trap lineup, we are running two Ritual Beast seeds. Ritual Beast seeds is if you control a Ritual Beast monster, destroy up to the monsters you currently control. In a sense, it's like the trap card version of Regeki for the deck. Every deck, I do believe, has their own form of a Regeki, which is extremely good. And the last one that we run is, of course, Ritual Beast Ambush. Which Ritual Beast Ambush's effect is you can target one Ritual Beast Tamer monster and one of your Spiritual Beast monsters that are banished and or in your graveyard. Special summon them in defense. After this card's activation, you cannot special summon monsters except Ritual Beast monsters. For the rest of this turn, you can only activate one Ritual Beast Ambush per turn. So this is extremely good. You can activate it during your opponent's turn, and of course, essentially, you just special summon monsters. So that's very, very good and very helpful. Then, of course, we do run the last traps that we run are for the Lair of Darkness lineup, which are the virus, Grin Gra- Grinning Grave Virus, tribute one monster with 3000 or less attack, so even a monster with 0 attack. Destroy card of their choice from their hand or deck for every 5000 attack, 500 attack on that monster had. If your opponent monster, you can activate this card. Look, to activate this card, cards your opponent draws into the end phase until their third turn. After this card's activation, destroy all monsters among them. Cards destroyed and sent to the graveyard by this effect cannot activate their own effect. Your Diabolos or a monster that your opponent has on his field. Then we have Full Force Virus. Tribute one monster. Okay, so also you always and destroy up to high attack monsters, mainly ritual decks and any other deck that has a lot of high attack monsters. So that card, I know a lot of people are saying Crush Card Virus sucks. No, it actually doesn't. It actually is really, really good. I mean, in this deck, it helps out tremendously. And of course, Deck Devastation Virus. Tribute one dark monster with 2000 or more attack. Look at your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and all cards they draw until the end of their turn, until the end of their third turn after this card's activation, and destroy all monsters with 1500 or less attack. So helps out tremendously, of course, with stopping plays for the main deck. And of course, I'm just gonna briefly talk about the X deck because mainly we only have two extra deck monsters. So first one is Ritual Beast Ulti Apello. Um, of course, you can rich. It requires one Ritual Beast Tamer and one Spiritual Beast Monster. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control and cannot be special summoned by other ways. You do not use Polymerization. If this card attacks, it is unaffected by other effects. Other other card effects until the end of the damage step. During either player's turn, you can return this card you control to the extra deck, then target two of your banished monsters, Ritual Beast Tamer, one Ritual Beast Tamer, and one Spiritual Beast monster. Special summon them in defense. So that's actually extremely good. So your opponent would want to destroy this monster, effect just return back to your extra deck, especially some of the two the Ritual Beast and the Spiritual Beast, and then of course during your next turn, or if you activate that activate activate shit, which one was it? Which one was it? Which one was it? Which one was it? And then you just activate Ritual Beast's Bond, or if you have two Ritual Beast monsters already on the field, then you can banish the two, special him right back to the field. Helps out tremendously. Of course, and the last one that we have is Ritual Beast Ulti Canahawk. One Ritual Beast Tamer and one Spiritual Beast must be summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control. Cannot be special summoned by other ways. You do not use polymerization. Once per turn, you can target you can target two of your banished Ritual Beast cards, return them to the graveyard, and if you do, add one Ritual Beast card from your deck to your hand. During either player's turn, you can return this card. You control to the extra deck, target two of your banished monsters, one Ritual Beast Tamer and one Spiritual Beast Tamer, special summon them in defense. So these two help out tremendously with the preparation of the deck, and of course with other combos. But yeah, so that's all for now, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like. Please leave a like to this video. Please, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of every video I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And um, if anything, just please keep supporting me in every way that you actually do, and I'll see you guys back here on Monday. I mean, sorry, Friday. My bad. I just rather remember today is Wednesday. Peace, guys.